Hello guys, this is Vinit from Edge-Forex, and today I want to talk about something out of the normal, out of the ordinary. I want to talk about sector rotation, capital rotation, and how you can really make a generational amount of wealth in a matter of very short amount of time if you get this right. And I think we are at a cusp, at a precipice of a generational move that, in my opinion, has already begun. So now what you're looking at, you're looking at one of the most important charts you can ever look at or follow if you are following or participating or just studying the the markets. So what you're looking at is gold versus S&P 500. So it tells you on the bottom half is just the S&P 500 move from, say, early 50s, say about 75 years ago, till today. So right now sitting at, say, 6,500 or thereabouts, all the way from 38. So now on the chart, on the upper half of the chart, it is showing you how much S&P gold can buy. So for example, right now the S&P is sitting at 6,500 and the gold is at approximately, say, about 35, 3,600. So it can buy about a little bit more than half of S&P 500. So it's directly as to how much of the index is worth in gold. So right now, an ounce of gold can buy roughly half of S&P 500 that is displayed here. And it kind of goes ebbs and flows over the years. So it goes anywhere from, say, 0.20 at the lowest. So that means it'll take almost 5 ounces of gold to buy one share of S&P if S&P were a share. Okay, even though it's not a share, I'm trying to make it sound like it's a share, but it's not. It's an index. It's a composite. It's an index that is nothing but a combination of different kind of allocations of top 500 stocks or shares or companies in the United States. So now it can go as low as, for example, in year 2000, when there was dot-com bubble, when the S&P was like at its absolute freaking peak, and year 2000, you could see that it bought 0.20, an ounce of gold bought approximately 0.17 to 0.20 of S&P 500. So that was like the absolute bottom. And then it was below all the averages. It was below the Ichimoku Cloud. I look at averages and Ichimoku Clouds as a very long-term trend indicator. If my price is below the cloud, that means I am in a bear market or the prices are going down. And if I am above, and that means I'm in a bull market. That means that the prices are going above, so, or higher. So now, if let's go look at right from the beginning. That was, say, since I have this chart, say 1950s into the last bottom, the first bottom it made, that was right around 1970. Okay, and then it was buying you approximately 0.35. An ounce of gold would buy you a 0.35 of S&P 500. And when it bottoms, and then when gold starts to outperform S&P, something strange happens. Something really strange happens. You get S&P to move sideways for 10 or thereabout years. So in this particular case, S&P moved sideways for 14 years. So that's what we call 14 lost years, because in those 14 years, the S&P was flat. But what happened to gold? From buying 0.20 or 0.40 of S&P, it went all the way up to buying 5 shares of S&P. So gold outperformed S&P in the same time 10x. Now that is what I called generational wealth. That is what we are here to create: generational wealth. That is how we take our capital And in the matter of 10 years, we want a 10 exit, 20 exit, even 100 exit. It's possible, guys. And I think we are at a precipice. We're at the cusp of making the exact same move. So again, we go back to 2000s. Okay, guys. So now from 2000s to 2011, gold bought in the initial phase 0.20 of the S&P. Now, by the end of the move, gold was buying 1.7, 1.8 of S&P. So it kind of went 7x, 8x in the matter of 11 to 12 years. But what happened during those 12 years? Those 12 years, S&P went sideways. So that is the point I'm trying to make. Now, since then, what happened? Gold had an absolute dud sideways move to lower move for the last 10 years since that high. So right now, and what did S&P do right after those lost 12 years? It had an explosive rally all the way to where we are at right now. But see what's happening. Gold is breaking out. It's breaking. It's above the Ichimoku Cloud. The cloud has turned green. It's above its moving averages. All the signals are a go. And guess what, guys? We at Edge-Forex I am personally expecting 10 plus lost years again, and I'm expecting gold to buy. Right now at its bottom, it was buying 0.35 shares of S&P. Right now it's buying 0.6. I am expecting it to buy upwards of 5 to 6, even higher number of shares of S&P in the next 10 years. What does that mean? Your wealth measured in gold, it is going, or measured in S&P 500, is going to be 10x. Your purchasing power will be 10x. That's what I want. That's the message I want to get across. That's what I want you guys to take home when you're thinking. And I want you to start thinking about this, guys. I'm not here just to make a transactional trade here and there. I'm here to make you think different. I'm here to make you think big. I want you to start thinking big numbers, 10x, 100x. How do we get there? But in the meantime, also have our trading to keep our households running. That's our short-term trading. That's our managed account. Something totally different. That's not what I am here to talk about. That's not what I do here with you guys. I'm here to change your mindset. I'm here to open your eyes as to how to create that generational wealth. Guys, this is extremely, extremely important. This is how I think. This is how I want everybody at Edge-Forex to think. And this is how I want you guys to think, my Edge-Forex family, on Telegram, on Discord, on all of our social media channels, to think. How do I create that generational wealth? Again, my goal is to bring you guys along with me while this transition and this upward move is happening over the next 10 years. And it's going to cost you, can you afford it? Because it's going to cost you nothing. And I'm going to keep you up to date. I'm going to keep you up to speed on everything. Whatever I'm doing, I'll tell you guys, hey, this is what I'm doing. I am heavy on gold. Gold has a beautiful run over the last few years. Is it due for a correction? Hell yeah. Correction? Hell yeah. It is going to correct, and it's going to correct violently. 10, 20, 30, I don't care. I really do not care when it corrects. Because as it's going higher, I am taking a little bit of profits just so I can buy back when that correction happens. Because I know it's overbought. Gold is overbought like anything. Just like dollar is oversold. Gold is overbought, and I'm taking a little bit off the table. Little bit. 1, 2, 3%. That's about it. I'm not talking 10, 20, 30, 40%, because no. Can go another 10% from here? Yes. Then I'll take a bit more off. Why? Because when it goes down, I want to buy that cheaper, because I want to compound my growth. That's how you make generational wealth, guys. And I've told you guys before, diversification sucks. Anybody who's told you diversify, diversify, buy this fund, buy that fund, is taking you for a fucking ride because they want to do their job easy. Do what's difficult. Call these numbers like I do. Have the fucking balls to place a heavy bet on one direction. Have a conviction, because I have that conviction because I do my homework. We at Edge-Forex, we do our homework. We have that conviction because we put our money where our mouth is. Our money, millions of dollars, are riding on this fucking trade. And when the day comes, I will open my books to you guys. But again, that day is not here yet. I'll show you all my trades. Like we show all of our short-term trades, all of our managed account trades, we are out in the open. We are also going to open our books one day when the time is right. Right now, I don't have a big enough audience. Once I have a sizable audience, we'll do it. We're going to go out all guns blazing. Again, that said, we are at a cusp, we are at a precipice of having another 10 lost years. Time is now to get in is now. Time to get in was 6 months ago, a year ago. If you haven't still gotten into gold, time every pullback. But now, I don't know. If you don't own any gold, any silver, buy some, guys. I don't make any money out of giving this advice. You're buying gold, you're buying your own dealers, you're doing your own homework as to what to buy, where to buy, how to buy. I am not here to give you that advice because I'm not selling gold. Okay, guys, that's not what I do. What I want you to do is start looking into this, doing your homework, because next 10 years, if you're not in gold, you're making the biggest investing mistake of your life. That is for sure. 100% sure. The money is being debased. Stock markets are all-time high. Bond markets are all-time high. Property is still close to all-time high. Inflation is running high. They're still talking about cutting interest rates. How much insanity you can have at one go? Something has to give. And something will give, guys. Everything that I'm talking about that has stopped will come down. What goes up must come down. There's a thing called gravity, guys. Gravity is going to pull these things down. Everything goes in cycles. Nothing goes up in a straight line, guys. You've heard these things before. I've said these things before numerous times. And it's going to happen again and again and again. But you need to be positioned right. You need to be positioned right for this. That said, I think I made my point. If I didn't, watch it again or give me a shout. If you want to talk to me one-on-one or have a discussion on our Telegram, just give me a shout and I'll be more than happy to discuss it. And I'll be more than happy to take this, next to the next level. This capital rotation happens every few decades, and I think it's happening right now. Take advantage of it, or left behind. You will be left behind. Okay, you don't want to be there. That said, that's it for now. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.